many times have you heard the sentence, you need at least 8 hours sleep? Or naps are terrible? Somehow it seems like everyone is an expert on sleep. Well, today I'm here to tell you that all of these things are not true. And all these myths you've heard around, they might be even setting you up for failure when it comes to improving sleep. Hi there, my name is Martina and my channel is about everything related to improving yourself to get the great life you deserve. And today's video is about how you can improve your sleep and what are the benefits of doing so. I work for a small tech company you might have heard of called Apple, and there I have to be super concentrated and focused when I go to work, and my sleep was affecting the way I was performing. So I had to find a way to improve that. I've recently managed to improve my sleep drastically. I went from being in bed for 7+ hours, keeping my eyes closed and not being able to fall asleep at all night, feeling zero rested when I woke up, to sleeping like a baby for 7+ hours. And the reason for that has been this amazing book called Sleep by Nick Littlehales. He is an elite sports coach for sleep. In this book, he gave tips for sleep that were eye-opening for me, things that I've never heard before, like anywhere, and I want to share this with you today. Specifically, I found 3 takeaways from this book that have been amazing to improve my sleep, and I want to share them today with you so that you can be set up for success. Because when your quality of sleep suffers, so does your life. But before I get into these 3 key takeaways, let me tell you why sleep is so important for you, especially a good quality sleep. Number 1. Sleep is key because it impacts your emotional and mental well-being. Poor quality sleep can lead to mental health problems and can even worsen conditions such as depression and anxiety. Let me give you an example. You know those nights that you haven't slept well at all, and the day after you come up with your mom or your partner telling you you haven't made the dishes, for example. How do you usually react in these situations when you haven't slept well? Maybe you are a bit emotional, maybe it seems like the world is ending sometimes, and then you reflect on it the day after once you've had a good night's sleep, and you think, well, actually, that was nothing. I don't know why I made such a fuss about it, right? Not only that, but maybe sometimes when you have poor quality sleep, you're even more stressed because you think, I'm not rested, I might not have that much energy, I might be more tired than usual, and all of this builds up inside of you with stress. Well, the good news is, improving sleep can help you improve your mental health, well-being. So you're in the right place today for that. Benefit number 2. Sleep reduces stress. When you're stressed, your body enters the stress response cycle. During this cycle, you will have physical reactions because the brain is telling your body to react to this specific stress that you're having. And so you will have, for example, short breath or the heart beating really fast and so on. By the way, I've tackled all of this, the stress response cycle and how you can maintain low levels of stress in your day-to-day in my previous videos, so go check it out. I'll leave the link down below. However, having a good night's sleep is a proper anti-stress for your body, because while you're sleeping, your muscles start to relax and your mind go into this calm place. And so basically all of these symptoms that comes when there is the stress response cycle activated, they suddenly go away. Okay, hopefully from now you will have understood and agree with me that a good quality sleep is super important for your life. Now let's go into the 3 principles from the book I mentioned. Principle number 1, the 90 minutes sleep cycle. Forget the 8 hours of sleep a night. You need 4 or 5 cycles of 90 minutes sleep every day. Let me explain. When you sleep, you go through sleep cycles of 90 minutes. During these 90 minutes, your body completes the different sleeping stages. It's important that you close all the 90-minute cycles throughout your sleep, because otherwise you will not feel rested. Do you know that sensation when you slept sometimes for 8-9 hours even, you wake up and you still feel tired and not rested? Well, that's probably because you have not completed one of the 90-minute cycles during your sleep. And so you've likely interrupted one of those stages inside the 90-minute sleep cycle. To ensure you complete every cycle while you're sleeping, consider what time you would like to wake up. For example, let's say you want to wake up at 7:30, and from there, Calculate how many hours before you'll need to go to bed to make sure you sleep for 4 or 5 cycles of 90 minutes every night. In this example of 7:30 wake up time, you will need to go to sleep at midnight to complete 5 cycles, or at 1:30 for 4 cycles. So even if you are out partying and you come home at 2:30 a.m. for example one night, instead of rushing and going into bed as soon as possible, calculate how many cycles you can fit in, and so that will tell you what time you will have to go and fall asleep in order to complete 90-minute cycles up until 7:30 for example. So instead of going to bed at 2:30 in this example, wait until 3 a.m. because that way you will have completed at least 3 cycles. Completing 3 full cycles will make you feel more rested than rushing and going to sleep half an hour before. This has been a massive life changer for me. Usually when I will come home at night late, I will be so stressed because I will think, oh my god, now I only have like 5 hours sleep until I have to wake up and for example go to work. But now actually I'm not that stressed because I'm very intentional about what time I go to sleep. I know how many cycles I can do. And by the way, sometimes if it's very few cycles, like 3, then there is another good thing that you can do about it. And we'll see it now with principle number 2, the power of strategic naps. This principle is super easy to implement. You just need to take naps to get back some of those cycles you haven't got that night before, for example. You just need to observe a few rules. The first best time to take a nap is right after lunch. And usually you should have 90 minutes nap to get your full cycle in. But sometimes I can understand that you don't have 90 minutes. And so what Nick recommends is, in that case, to only have half an hour of sleep. That will already help you to gain your energies again. Because the brain is so smart that it will actually go into the more deep sleep phase right away, and so it will recoup sleep much faster even if you just sleep for half an hour. For me, this second principle of napping has been also life-changing. Why? Main reason is that I don't put so much pressure on me going to bed at night and feeling like, oh my god, I cannot fall asleep right away, so then I have less time to sleep, or I have less energy and so on. Because I know I have more chances to get back that energy throughout the day and not only at night. Lastly, I didn't know that the reason why, for example, when I will wake up in the morning, I will feel less rested than, for example, my partner that wakes up and is like super happy, super energetic, is actually because of my chronotype. And this brings me to principle number 3, know your chronotype. There are 2 main types of people, the AMers and the PMers. As the name says, the AMers are the ones that are very energetic during the morning and early afternoon, like my partner, for example. And then there are the PMers. The PMers are those people like myself that are more energetic later during the day. So it's important that you know your chronotype if you are an AMer or a PMer. And I'll link down below a test that you can do to discover that in case you don't know. It's really important to know your chronotype because this way you can organize yourself throughout the day to ensure that you get the most energy when you need it. For example, if you have a very important meeting, try to schedule it when it's best for you. If you are a PMer, maybe schedule it in the afternoon. While maybe in the morning, if you can, schedule activities that don't require you to be super awake. Which chronotype do you think you are? Let me know in the comments below. I am sure that we are a lot of PMers, and by the way, this world has been built for AMers, unfortunately. I want to see how many people are PMers like me, and please, let's start a revolution and change the schedule of the day to be more suitable for us as well. And friends, remember from tomorrow, start to sleep 4 cycles every night of 90 minutes. Get your naps in strategically, either after lunch or before dinner of 30 to 90 minutes. And finally, schedule your day around your chronotype. Finally, I wish you a good night sleep, and I'll see you in the next video.